Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and I'm here to present to you today with my friends Emily, Elena, Rachel, and Libby. We are going to learn about yoga and how it can help you. So what is yoga? Yoga is an ancient activity from India. It's a type of exercise that you can do alone or in a group. You can do yoga almost anywhere, like in your own living room. Yoga has three main parts, which are postures, breathing, and meditation. Postures are different ways to move your body. The breathing in yoga is special breathing to help calm you while you do your postures. Lastly, meditation is a practice of sitting quietly and calmly while doing your special breathing. Why should you do yoga? Yoga has many benefits for your health. Many people do yoga every single day because it is so good for you. 4 ways that yoga is good for you are that it can help you to have better balance, it makes your muscles stronger, it can improve your focus, and it can even help with your memory. Exercises such as yoga are good for both your mind and your body. There are many types of yoga that many people do all around the world. Maybe you have seen a yoga studio in your town. Today we are going to be learning and practicing 4 types of yoga. These yoga poses we will be learning can all be done in your home. Try asking your parents or your siblings to join you in trying out these yoga poses with us. The 4 types of yoga we will be doing today are balance, strength, flexibility, and digestion. Before we start practicing our yoga positions, let's learn about that special breathing we talked about. This breathing should help you to feel calm and quiet your mind. Start by taking a deep breath in, but breathe in very slowly. Try to match your breathing with the donut on the screen while it gets bigger. Then, when this donut starts to get smaller, try breathing out slowly. You should be able to match your breathing in and out with the donut. Be sure to breathe in using your nose and to breathe out using your mouth. Let's try it together. Are you ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Great job! Remember to try to breathe in nice and slow while you practice your yoga today. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Now it's time to learn our yoga positions. First, we'll start with Elena, who will teach you about yoga for balance.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena and I'm going to be teaching you some yoga poses that help improve your balance. So the goal of yoga is to increase the awareness and attention brought to your body, and by doing this you can improve your balance and posture, which means you won't wobble and fall down as much. Standing on one leg and moving your body into various positions while your feet are planted on the ground helps build a nice foundation and build muscle in your legs and your core to help keep you on your feet. So I want you to begin by standing in an area that's big enough to move your body a little bit. And the first pose we're going to be doing is called tree pose. So I want you to begin by standing on your right foot and bring your left foot up your leg. You could do it as low or as high as you can. And you could begin by putting your hands like this, and then by moving your arms up and out, you're making it more difficult to balance. So you can begin easy like this, and then you can progress to this as you get stronger and more stable. So we're just going to hold this for a few seconds, take a few nice deep breaths, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Good. And then we're going to come down, and we're going to switch. So now you're going to stand on your left foot, and you're going to bring your right foot up. And same thing, you can make it as easy or as hard as you can, depending on your balance. And you're going to hold this again for a few seconds. Take nice deep breaths. And when you're in this position, it's okay to sway a little bit back and forth like a tree. as long as you don't fall down. But if you feel a little unstable, you can put your foot down and then you can start again. So the next pose we're going to do is called chair pose. So with this one, you want your feet about hip distance apart. And what you're going to do, you're going to pretend like you're sitting back into a chair. So you're going to bend your knees and sit back and lift your arms overhead. And just hold that. And then come back up. We're going to do that a few more times. Sit back into the chair. So when you do this, you're moving your weight back. And that challenges your ankles and your legs to maintain your position upright. And it also engages your tummy. So you have to make that nice and tight to keep your body upright. So we're going to do one more. Good. And then come up. And the last pose we're going to do is called Warrior 3. So what I want you to do is start by taking a step back with your left leg. Put your arms overhead. And slowly lean over your right foot and lift your left foot off the ground like a teeter-totter. And then come back down. Switch so that you're standing on your left foot, your right foot back. Bend forward like a teeter-totter. And come back up. So when you first begin these, it's normal to wobble a little bit and lose your balance, but as you practice them and get better, you'll be more stable and you'll be able to hold them longer and progress to more challenging positions.
Now we'll learn about strength yoga with Libby.
Hi guys, my name is Libby. I'm here to teach you a few yoga poses. So not only does yoga improve your balance, but it can also improve your strength too. So by improving your strength, you can make your muscles bigger and you can also make your bones stronger. This can help you with playing sports. It can prevent you from getting any injuries, maybe while you're playing, if you're playing sports or if you're playing on the playground. It can also help improve your mental health. So instead of lifting heavy weights, like how you think you would normally get stronger, yoga includes really long and slow movements that work your muscles in a different way. So your muscles will have to work by holding up your body weight instead of lifting the heavy weights. So the first pose we're going to do, it's called crescent lunge. So here's a picture of it. This is what it's going to look like. So what this is going to do is it's really going to strengthen our upper legs, which is important obviously when you're running around, when you're playing sports, even just when you're climbing on the jungle gym. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in standing, just like this. So here, let me fix my camera so you can see me. Okay. So we're going to start in standing. I want you to take your right foot and lift it all the way out in front of you. And your left one is right behind. So what I want you to do is lift your arms up over your head so your arms are in line with your ears, just like this. Now what I want you to do is bend that front knee. Bend that right knee. If you have to, you can scoot your left one back. Let's go ahead and bend it just like this. It's really important. Keep your knee behind your toes. Don't let your knee go over your toes like that. Keep it nice and in line with your toes. Keep your arms up like this. And now what I want you to do is remember the breathing that Rachel taught you. In through your nose, out through your mouth. So we're going to stay here for a couple breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Keep that focus. Keep your arms nice and straight in line with your ears. Good. Now go ahead and lift up that front knee. Good, and bring it back to the center. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to turn around and we're going to do it on the other side. So now our left leg is in front. So now we're facing the opposite direction. We're going to still put our hands up by our arms, up next to our ears. And good. Now you can bend that front knee just like this. We're going to take a few breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now what this does, when you hold this for a while, your body and your legs have to hold up your trunk, have to hold up all of this, right? So this leg right here is doing a lot of work. Good, now go ahead and stand up. Nice job. Okay, so now we have another one. So the next pose we're going to do is boat pose. It's going to look like this. So this pose is meant to work they're called your abdominal muscles, but your abdominal muscles are really just your stomach muscles right here. So by strengthening your stomach muscles, you'll be able to help with your posture. You'll be able to sit and stand up nice and tall. That's going to help support your trunk. It'll also help keep yourself still. So this is all about holding yourself up with your muscles. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this position as seated. Okay, so we're going to face forward just like we did before. Your feet are on the ground, your hands are on the ground. Your hands are going to be right in line with your trunk, right here. So what we're going to do, go ahead and lift one foot up off the ground. Now lift the other. If you can do this, try and lift the right hand up off the ground. Keep it in line with your knee right here. How does that feel? Try and do it with the left. Nice. So now we're in that boat pose. Go ahead and take a few breaths in, a few breaths out, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. All right, now go ahead and bring your hands back to the ground. Bring your feet back. Nice. So those are just a few ways that you can strengthen your stomach muscles and also your leg muscles. And it's really easy. You can do it in your bedroom. You can do it in your kitchen. You can have your mom and dad do it with you or any of your other siblings. So I hope you guys have fun.
Next, let's learn about flexibility yoga with Rachel.
Hi guys, my name is Rachel and I am going to be teaching you about flexibility and then showing you 3 different yoga poses that will help your flexibility. So first off, flexibility itself is the ability to move your body in certain ways without injuring yourself. And flexibility is important because it is a part of our overall health and it's very easy to work on. So being flexible is important because then you are less likely to become injured, like I just said. But it also helps to improve your balance and your posture, and it can also even help improve your strength. So to become more flexible, you need to be able to stretch your muscles. And there are many different ways that you can stretch your muscles, but one way is through yoga. So I'm going to show you 3 different poses today, all of which are very easy to do, and they also are all going to help increase your flexibility in a few different muscle groups. So first I'm going to show you how to do them and walk you through it, and then at the end, if you want to repeat or go back, you can do them yourself, okay? So the first pose is called Cobra Pose. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to lay down on your stomach with your legs straight behind you and your arms bent underneath you like you're about to do a push-up. And then you're going to push up through your arms so that your chest and your head are looking up. And then you're going to feel the stretch kind of in your belly up through your chest, through your abdomen. And lastly, you're going to look straight up at the ceiling. So then you're just going to hold this for about 10 seconds. Make sure that you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then you can just come back down, and we're done with that pose. So our second pose is called Child's Pose. So how we do Child's Pose is we're going to get on our hands and knees, as if you were a cat or a dog. And now we're going to push our hips back and sit on top of our heels. And then we're going to reach our arms forward in front of us. And then we're going to let our head drop to the ground. And we're going to hold that for 10 seconds, making sure that you're still breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just like this. And for this one, you're going to feel more of a stretch down your back, maybe a little bit up in the arms if you stretch far enough. And then for our last pose is called downward dog. So we're going to start the same way as the last one. We're going to start on our hands and knees, but this time we're going to tuck our toes underneath us, and we're going to push up and straighten our legs back, straighten our arms out in front of us, and we're going to drop our head down. So you're kind of making a triangle with your body and the floor. For this one, you're going to feel the stretch through the back of your legs, and you're going to let your head hang for about 10 seconds again, and still breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. So when you feel ready, you guys can try those two poses on your own.
The last type of yoga we're going to learn is yoga for digestion with Emily.
Hi all, my name is Emily, and today I'm going to be leading you all through some poses to help with digestion. So digestion is a super important process that makes sure that all of the healthy foods that we're eating give us all of the necessary nutrients that we need in order to be happy and energized and healthy, so that we can be an active learner in class, play with our friends and our family, and make sure that our immune system is ready to tackle any illnesses that try to harm us. So our immune systems are like our own personal superheroes. They're fighting off the villains like bacteria and viruses. So we need to make sure that we're getting all of the necessary energy and nutrients so that they can stay strong, and then we can stay strong. Alright, so the first pose we're going to start with is called half gas release pose. This pose puts pressure on our stomachs to help our digestive system operate a little bit more efficiently. So what I'm going to want you all to do to start off is lay down on your mats or on your towels. Okay. So I want us to straighten out our legs. So what we're all going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. And then we're going to blow out the candles, and while we're blowing out the candles, I want you to take your right knee and your right leg and bring your knee into your chest, and then wrap your hands around like you're trying to hug it. So while we're holding our knee close to our chest, giving it a nice big hug, I want you to take 4 breaths. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and then out through our mouth. Smell the roses through our nose, breathing in, and then blow out the candles through our mouth. Breathe in through your nose, blow out through your mouth. One more, breathe in through your nose, blow out through your mouth. Good job. Now I want you to straighten out your leg and then lower it to the floor. So now it's time to do our left leg. So I want you to breathe in through your nose, and while you're blowing out the candles, bring your knee into your chest. Give it a nice hug, holding your hands around your knee. And then I want you to breathe in through your nose and out again 4 more times. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And straighten out your leg and then lower it to the floor. Great job. So the next pose that we'll be doing is bridge pose, and bridge pose is super cool because we're making a human bridge. This posture specifically helps with putting our organs like our stomach and our intestines that are necessary for digestion into the correct positions so they can operate more efficiently, and it also brings blood from your lungs, so oxygenated blood, into those organs so that they also can increase their efficiency. I want you to think about, for these poses, that help put your organs in the right position for digestion, a garden hose. So if a garden hose has kinks or it's wrapped around itself, you might notice that the water doesn't come out as strong or as fast. When you take that garden hose and stretch it out and take out the kinks, you might notice that it ends up working a little bit better and a little bit faster. So we're basically doing that with our intestines, which are like tube-like structures that we want to help put in the best position possible so that our organs and our digestive system can operate properly to increase our health. So we're going to start off bridge pose by laying down on our backs. You can keep your knees bent, and what I want you to do is take your feet as close to your bottom as you can. I want your hands laying down by your sides, and you should almost, if you can, feel your fingertips touch the backs of your heels. To start off, I want you to try to take your belly button after you breathe in, and then when you blow out, I want you to try to take your belly button in and suck it into the floor so it's almost like touching the mat. You should feel more of your back, if not all, be in contact with the floor. I want us to hold this position so that our stomach muscles are firing and properly working to help us with the posture. So keep your arms at your sides, keeping our belly button into the floor. I want you to think about tightening up your bottom muscles and pushing up through it to get us off the mat. So you can kind of see I'm making a human bridge. And you should be too. So we're going to stay here for 4 breaths. I want you to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Then I want you to slowly lower to the floor. Good job. So the next and last pose that you'll do with me for digestion is called the yogi squat. So it's super important because it also focuses on putting our organs into the best position to work well, just like our bridge pose. So what I want us to do is start by standing up on your mat. Sorry if you won't see the top part of my body for a little bit, but I'll try to give you as much of a view as you can get. So what I want you to do is stand with your feet directly as close to you under your shoulders as you can. And then I want you to take a tiny step outwards just to make your stance a little bit wider. Then what we're going to do is I want you to bend at your hips and your knees and try to sink your bottom towards the floor while making sure we're standing up nice and tall. So bend down, and if you need to come up on your toes, that's totally okay. And if you need to keep your hands on the floor just for a little bit of more stability, that's okay too. So we're going to sit here for 4 breaths, but if you can, and feel free to keep your hands on the floor if you're more comfortable, I want you to keep your elbows on the insides of your legs and then put your hands into the prayer position. Just stretching out the insides of our legs. It almost looks like we're a frog. So I want you to sit here for 4 breaths. We're going to breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth, in through our nose, out through our mouth, in through our nose, out through our mouth, then one more, in through our nose, and then out through our mouth. And that's all. Thank you so much for practicing with me.
Awesome job with your yoga poses, everyone. Let's go over all the yoga poses you did today. So you practiced balance yoga, which was tree pose, child's chair pose, and warrior 3. You did strength yoga, which was boat pose and crescent lunge. You did flexibility yoga, which was cobra pose, child's pose, and downward dog. And you did digestive yoga, which was a half gas release pose, a bridge pose, and a yogi squat. Thank you for doing yoga with us today. We hope that you keep practicing yoga.